I am the princess of the Great Zhou Kingdom, despised by everyone for being infatuated with the man I loved, Shen Xingyun, my father's sworn brother and a Buddhist monk. For 3 years, I pursued him relentlessly, believing he would eventually return my feelings. Finally, he agreed to renounce his monkhood and marry. I thought it was for me, but the imperial edict revealed the truth: he was marrying someone else, a woman named Song Wanji. Shen Xingyun coldly told me that 3 years ago, he had already said there could never be anything between us. The man who once cared for me, who had nurtured me back to health, now felt nothing for me. In the face of this heartbreak, I let go. Standing in the snowy courtyard of Guanghua Temple, I kneeled and swore, I, Wen Shihua, will never love Shen Xingyun again. My heart shattered as I knelt 1,000 times on my way back to the palace. A few months ago, I had hoped for a future with him, but now, I had given up on him completely. My mother was heartbroken, but she could do nothing to ease my pain. In front of my father, I chose to marry for the sake of the kingdom. The war with the Daliang kingdom meant that my marriage was needed for peace. My father, though reluctant, accepted my decision. On the way out of the palace, I crossed paths with Shen Xingyun and his bride, Song Wanji. I no longer cared. I offered a formal greeting, detached and calm, leaving the past behind. But I still had one final gesture for him. I sent the wedding gift I had prepared for our marriage, my dowry, to him, as my final act of repayment for what could have been. I never expected Shen Xingyun to return with the letter I had written for him, the one I had placed in the dowry box, thinking he was renouncing his monkhood for me. He thought I was threatening his bride with it, and in that moment, I realized my feelings had been nothing more than a one-sided obsession all along. The gift he had given me, a string of Buddhist beads he had carved with his own hands years ago to protect me, was broken in his hands. The beads, once a symbol of his care for me, now lay shattered on the floor. I realized that even the protection I had once felt from him was gone. I no longer cared for these trinkets or for him. 3 days later, during the annual imperial sacrifice, my father faced a bad omen, an omen of the kingdom's doom should war come. I returned to my father's side and once again pleaded, let me go to Daliang. The nation needs me. After a long silence, my father finally agreed. He bestowed upon me the title of Chang'an Princess and decreed my marriage to Daliang to secure peace for our country. 10 days later, I will leave, on the eve of Shen Xingyun's wedding.